Hi, welcome to Yijing Mandarin class. We're going to learn lesson 3.
零声母及拼写规则。
In this lesson, we mainly learn zero initials and spelling rules. Now, let's get started with the definition of zero initials. First, 零声母. First part, 定义. Finals play a dominant role in pinyin. One syllable may not have initials, but it must have finals. If the syllable is composed of final and tone without initial, it is called zero initial syllable. For example, 饿
饿、
爱.
爱、
Now we know what the zero initial syllable is. Following contents is provided for us to learn some special spellings of zero initial that are i, u, yu, or the syllables that begin with i, u, yu. Second part, 拼写规则. If the zero initials are i, u, yu, or the syllable begins with i, u, yu, there are some changes in spelling as follows. Rule 1. When there is no initial before the final i, ing, ying, we add y before the final and keep the original pronunciation. For example, when final i being a syllable by itself, which means there is no initial before, we directly put letter y before it. We got the pinyin written as e and still pronounced e, such as word e. When final ing being a syllable by itself, which means there's no initial before, we directly put letter y before it. We got a pinyin written as yin, such as word yin. When final yin become a syllable by itself, which means there's no initial before, we directly put letter y before it. We got a pinyin written as yin, such as word yin. Rule 2. When there is no initial before a final which is started with e, we change e into letter y and keep the original pronunciation. For example, compound finals ya, when ya being a syllable by itself, which means there's no initial before it, we directly change e to letter y. We got a pinyin ya, but still pronounced as ya, such as word ya. Compound finals ye, when ye being a syllable by itself, which means there's no initial before it, we directly change e into letter y. We got a pinyin ye, but still pronounced as ye, such as word ye, ye. Compound finals yao, when yao being a syllable by itself, which means there's no initial before it, we directly change e into letter Y. We got a pinyin Yao, but still pronounced as Yao, such as word Yao. Compound final Yang, when Yang being a syllable by itself, which means there is no initial before it. We directly change E into letter Y. We got a pinyin Yang, but still pronounced as Yang, such as word Yang. Rule 3. When there is no initial before the final U, we add W before the final and keep the original pronunciation. For example, when final U being a syllable by itself, which means there's no initial before it, we should directly add letter W before it. We got a pinyin U, but still pronounced as U, such as word Wu. Rule 4. When there is no initial before a final which is started with U, we change U into W and keep the original pronunciation. For example, when compound final one being a syllable by itself, which means there is no initial before it, we should directly add letter W before it. We got a pinyin one, but still pronounced as one, such as word one. When compound final Wang being a syllable by itself, which means there's no initial before it, we should directly add the letter W before it. We got a pinyin Wang, but still pronounced as Wang, such as word Wang. Rule 5. When the final Yu or final starting with Yu is preceded by Ji, Qi, and Xi, we drop the two dots above Yu and keep the original pronunciation. For example, when finals Yu is preceded by Ji, we got a pinyin Ju, such as word Ju. When finals Yu is preceded by Qi, we got a pinyin Qu, such as word Qu. When finals Yu is preceded by Xi, we got a pinyin Xu, such as word Xu. Rule 6. When there is no initial before the final Yu and Yu itself, we add Y in front of Yu and drop the two dots above Yu and keep the original pronunciation. For example, when final Yu being a syllable by itself, which means there is no initial before it, we should directly add letter Y before it. We got a pinyin Yu, but still pronounced as Yu, such as word Yu. When compound final Yuan being a syllable by itself, which means there is no initial before it, we should directly add the letter Y before it. We got a pinyin Yuan, but still pronounced as Yuan, such as word Yuan. Nice work. You made it. I believe that you can pronounce 0 initials well. Next, let's learn some new words which are useful in daily life and related to the finals we learned before. Third part, 生词鱼
鱼
碗
碗
要
要
去
去
Afterwards, let's learn some rules of tone marking. Second, 声调的标写规则。First part, 规则。Rule 1. When there is only one vowel in the syllable, the tone mark should be put above the vowel, such as 爸、
爸
波、
波
不、
不
是、
是
比、
比
路、
路
特、
特
盆、
盆
班。
班
Rule 2. When there is a vowel ah in the syllable, the tone mark should be put above it, such as 宝、
宝
百、
百
见、
见
家、
家
张。
张
Rule 3. When there are several vowels appearing simultaneously in one syllable, the order should be same with the tone marking preferred order. 啊、o、一、乌、吁 such as 标、
标
楼、
楼
略、
略
杯、
杯
别。
别
Rule 4. When there are vowels u and e in one syllable, the tone mark should be put above the later one, such as 会、
会
修。
修
We learned the rules of tone marking. Now, can you put the tone correctly in the syllable? Please try to review the rules after class. Now, let's learn some new words. Second part. 生词比、
比
宝、
宝
家、
家
课程总结。 Good job! We finished Unit 1. In this unit, we have learned the pinyin system, the pronunciation of initials, finals, and tones, the three special initials, and the tone rules. Hope you enjoy this class. Review and practice will help you a lot.